Namaste. Welcome. Let's begin our practice together today standing. So I'll invite you onto your mat. We're going to start in Samasthiti, bringing the feet about hip width apart, drawing the navel in, heads of the shoulders gently back as we pull the solar plexus in. So we have this sense of drawing inward to the core, rooting down, and then from that sense of rooting down, there's this gentle lift up through the arches of the feet, gentle lift up through the center of the bones of the legs. This drawing in of the navel as we rise up through the center of the spine. This drawing in of the chin as the back of the skull lifts, rising up through the crown of the head. So we'll relax the arms, close the eyes, release the jaw, rooting into the feet. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Inhale, fill the belly, diaphragm, chest. Exhale, chest, diaphragm, belly. Inhale, belly, diaphragm, chest. Exhale, chest, diaphragm, belly. Inhale, belly, diaphragm, chest. Exhale, chest, diaphragm, belly. Inhale, exhale. Slowly, gently opening the eyes. Activating the hands, stretching the thumbs away from the fingers. Again, this sense of rooting down through the feet, drawing in through the navel. Find a soft gaze toward the earth. Inhale, reach the arms forward. And then exhale, slowly lower the arms. So slow, conscious movements. Inhale, reach the arms forward. And then exhale, slowly lower the arms. We're connecting movement to this yogic breath. Again, inhale, reaching forward. And then exhale, slowly lower. Now keep with your point of concentration toward the earth. Draw the navel to the spine. Inhale, arms come forward, lift the heels. So we rise up to balance on the ball of the foot. And then exhale, slowly heels lower, hands and arms lower. Let's go again. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the heels. And then exhale, slowly lower the heels, lower the hands. Rising again. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the heels. And then exhale, lower the heels, lower the hands. Now draw the navel in again. Solar plexus draws in. Turn the palms out to the side. Find your point of concentration. Reach the arms out to the side. Inhale, lift the heels. And then slow and steady, lower the heels as you lower the arms. So one fluid movement. Inhale, lift the heels. Reach up to the sky. Shoulders soften away from the ears. And then exhale, slowly lowering down. Let's rise again. Inhale, and then we'll pause at the top. Shoulders soften down the back. Navel draws in, tail draws in. And if the ankles roll open, simply lower down and then lift again. Maybe not quite as tall this time. Keep the core engaged, the gaze soft, and the breath wide. And then from here, let's exhale, lower the arms, lower the heels. We'll shift the weight into the right foot, bring the left foot forward, and then slow articulate circles through the left ankle. One direction and the other direction. And then we step the left foot back onto the earth, shift the weight, right foot comes forward, slow, articulate circles, one direction, and then the other direction. And then we'll bring the right foot back. Again, check and see middle toes parallel, feet hip width apart. Now from here, we're going to take our hands and reach them back behind us. So it's almost as though you're holding a giant orb behind you or a giant beach ball behind you. So press into the feet, feel your tail descend. As you root into the feet, root the tail, and then lift back of the heart to the front of the heart. Reach through the tips of the fingers, draw the arm bones up and back. And then exhale, slowly release neutral spine. Let's go again. Draw the arms back. So as the arms draw back, shoulder blades slide into the rib cage, press into the feet, and then lift up and out of the low back. Inhale. And exhale, neutral spine. Let's go this way one more time. Draw the arms back, animate into the hands, into the palms of the hands, the fingertips. Root into the feet. Tail reaches between the heels. Back of the heart lifts the front of the heart. And then exhale, neutral spine. Interlacing the fingers behind you, draw the arm bones back. Now if this is too much, then keep the arms wide. So keep the arms wide. If you can, interlace the fingers. If you have a strap, you can use your strap to join the hands. Press into the feet, draw the arm bones back, open the heart. Root and rise, and then exhale, neutral spine. One more time. Root the feet, root the tail, reach back through the arms. Draw the front rib cage in close to you. Keep lifting out of the low back. And then exhale, neutral spine. Let's shrug the shoulders up to the ears and then roll the shoulders down the back. Good. And reverse. That's it. And then one more time, drawing back. Now, just soften the knees. Bring the hands to the knees. Soften the knees back and forth. Just a few times here. Good. And then we're going to drop the tail, drop the pelvis. It's very different than tucking the tail. So we want the low back to reach long. That means the tail kind of lengthens back behind you. Feel the hips roll forward toward the thighs. And then we can take a peek, toes, knees, same path. Now, if this feels good to you, maybe the arms reach straight out in front. Draw the heads of the shoulders back, chin draws in, solar plexus strong. And then we'll slowly rise back to neutral, samastiti. Now again, let's bend the knees. Just check it out. How does it feel in your body today? Toes, knees, same path. Draw the outer hips back and then the inner thighs toward the earth, outer thighs to the sky. Feel the outer hips draw back. Take the arms back, take the heart open. And neutral space. Good. Now here, let's inhale, reach the arms out to the side. And then exhale, we're going to bend the knees, drop the pelvis, sweep the arms out to the side, and then forward out from the heart. Draw the heads of the shoulders back. Now it's almost as though you're sitting back into a chair. Feel the weight roll into the back of the heels, maybe toes lift. Take the shoulders and soften them down. Draw the solar plexus in. Feel the outer hips draw back. And then we're going to stretch the arms up to the sky. Let the tail descend. Heart lifts. Inhale. And then hands together down the midline in front of the heart. Exhale. Hands toward the earth. Sweep the arms out to the side. Inhale. And then exhale. Reverse that same action. Sweep the arms out and down. Bend the knees. Toes, knees, same path. Chin is in. Soft gaze toward the floor. Arms come straight out in front. Palms face the sky. Or if the neck is feeling good today, we're free in the neck, the shoulder juncture, then bring the arms up and along the ears. Chin is in. Root the heels, rise the heart. And tail to the earth. Inhale, back of the heart, lifts the front of the heart, rise up, Urdhva Mukha, upward facing pose. Hands to the heart, hands to the earth. Now we step the feet a little bit wider, maybe 3.5, 4 feet. We're going to turn the toes out, heels in slightly. Draw the navel in so the pelvis is neutral. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, toes, knees, same path. And back to neutral. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And then exhale, right down toward the earth. Inhale, we rise up. And then exhale, down toward the earth. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, down to the earth. Inhale, we rise. And exhale, we root. Now, pause here. Bring your hands to the heart. Draw the heads of the shoulders back, pressing the arms straight out in front. So you can join index finger, thumb. This is the triangle, right? So transformation, mudra for transformation. A little bit of fire, a little bit of heat. Small pulses here. So we're never stuck or stagnant in our practice. There's always a bit of movement, a bit of flow. Good, and then we'll release the arms, straighten the legs, up we go. Bring the toes in, bring the heels in. So we toe, heel, heel. Soften the knees, draw the navel and shift the weight into the right foot. Left knee comes forward. Now you can always use your toes on the earth as you center your balance. Pick your point of concentration right onto the earth. Right hand to the hip, left hand to the knee. External rotation. How's your breath here? Are you resisting or are you going with the flow here? And then exhale, back to neutral. Release your left foot to the earth. Shift sides, left foot roots. Right knee floats up. This side might feel a little bit different, so we might feel more centered, less centered on the left side. Adjust. Left hand to the hip. Right hand to the right knee. Lift the heart, draw the chin in. Navel strong to the spine. Inhale, external rotation. Now pause. Just enjoy your breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Good, and then exhale, back to neutral. Release your right foot to the earth, shifting weight again, navel strong. Left knee floats up, left hand to the knee, right hand to the hip. Feel the heart move forward, chin draw, and solar plexus moves into the body. So we activate the core. Inhale, external rotation. Now you might turn your drishti, your gaze, over the right shoulder to challenge your balance. You could also take your right hand and reach it up to the sky. And then we'll exhale back into neutral, slow and steady. Descent, left foot to the earth, shift the weight, right knee to the sky, or right knee in the air. Left hand to the hip, right hand to the right knee. External rotation only when you feel ready. Always rooting and rising, drawing in, rooting down, rising up. Maybe we turn our gaze over our left shoulder. Maybe we take the left arm to the sky, shoulder soft away from the ear. So we just explore. And then exhale to neutral we go. Let's do a little shaking here. Shaking medicine. Shake out the legs. Shake out the arm. Shake out the spine, the neck. Wherever we're holding. And just a moment to shake the body. A little release. And finding samastiti, palms face forward. Close your eyes. Allow for breath. Opening the eyes. If you have blocks, gather blocks here. I'll show you with or without blocks. Utthita Trikonasana, so triangle pose. I'm going to take the blocks to either end of my mat behind my feet. I'm going to bring the feet wide here. So now, look and see toes and heels are even, so one foot is not forward of the other. Draw the navel and solar plexus in. Pivot your right heel 90 degrees. Press the ball of the right foot, heel of the left. And actually, I'm going to mirror you, so turn your right foot 90 degrees. Press to the ball of the right foot, heel of the left. Animate the feet. Draw up through the kneecaps, quadriceps, navel to the spine, solar plexus strong. So really a lot of core awareness here as we move from the pelvis. So as you press down into the ball of the right foot, you're going to feel the right hip shift under, left hip shift over, and then it's almost as though you're going to reach up to the sky. So we won't bring the right arm in yet, but think of that long line through the right waist. Inhale, navel to the spine, exhale, neutral. Good. Again, feel the pelvis shift. Right hip under, left hip over. Lift the heart. Try not to collapse down. Root and then rise through the spine. Exhale, neutral space. Again, shift right hip under, left hip over. Lift the heart. Now pause here. Slide maybe right hand down the right thigh. just above the knee. Now, feel your tailbone root back to the left heel and then lift up, 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 up. Breathe. Exhale, neutral space. Right hand to the hip. Turn the right toes in. Pivot the left heel. Press to the ball of the left foot and then heel of the right foot. Now draw energy up through the center of the feet, through the bones of the legs. So it's like you're drawing in and up to the core of the body. Hands to the hips. Now here we go. This side might feel a little bit different. So check it out. Left hip under, right hip over. Lift the heart as you tip the pelvis. And then exhale, neutral spines. Core is essential here. Shifting the hips, lift the heart as you inhale. Try not to lock the front knee, the left knee here. Exhale, neutral. Let's go again. Shift left hip under, right hip over. Lift the heart. Now pause without locking into the knee. Maybe slide left hand down the thigh just above the knee. Not a lot of weight here. And feel your right tailbone to your right heel. Lift the heart, rise. And exhale, neutral space. Now we'll bring left toes in. Pivot the right heel. We'll go a little bit deeper if you're ready, or try the variation we just came out of. So we draw the pelvis forward, rise up through the legs as you root through the feet, press to the ball of the right foot, heel of the left, draw the core in. Now from here, hands again to the hips, right hip under, left hip over. Feel your tailbone root to the left heel. Now right ribs move forward, left ribs move back. Yeah, it's almost like you're going to spiral your heart to the sky. And then we slide right hand down the top of the right thigh. We're not thinking about touching the earth. Really, we're thinking about rising up to the stars. So as we gain a little bit of space in the body, we might organically, naturally begin to lower the right hand to a block. So you can take your right block to the inside or the outside, tips of the fingers. You could also bring a chair in here. This is a big stretch, a big opening of the body. We're asking a lot to really go into it here. Oftentimes what happens is we collapse as we try to touch the earth, but think about instead a long waist, both sides. One more breath, look to the earth, inhale, and then draw the core in, hands back to the hips. Exhale, we come back to neutral. Right toes in, pivot your left heel. Now again, beams of light forward from the hips. Press to the ball of the left foot, heel of the right, root and then rise. Shift the hips. Feel your tailbone reach back to your right heel, and then here, left ribs forward, right ribs back. So it's almost this rotation here. Now, you can only know if you're overcorrecting, so check it out. Too much, not enough. Where's the balance for you? Maybe we go a little bit deeper using a block or a chair. We have the block on the outside or the inside. So it's like we're trying to bring the body into one lane, like you're sandwiched between two pieces of glass or like a piece of toast in the toaster. Tail toward the heel, lift the heart, rising through the spine. One more breath, gazing toward the earth to take any tension out of the neck. Draw the navel in and then exhale slowly to the top. Now let's bring the toes in, heels out, and we're going to find a forward fold here. Prasarita Pada Uttanasana. Block comes under the heart. You can use your hands at the block. You could use your block to support the forehead if you're feeling really open in the hamstrings. So find a place that you're supporting space rather than resisting where the body really is, especially when it comes to the hamstrings. We want to send a gentle invitation for opening. Shifting the weight slightly forward on the heel as you're ready to intensify the stretch. Head drops, back drapes. Again, if this is a lot, bring a chair. So where my blocks are, you could have a chair underneath you here. So there's never strain. We just work where we are and invite opening in. Now, start to lift the heart. Bend the knees. You can turn the heels in, toes out slightly. Whatever feels best on your knees. Hands to the thigh, root into the legs to support the spine. Step hop or heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Soften the knees and just sense into your body how blood is moving, energy pulsations. Here we are. Now we're going to come onto our mat and take the blocks to the side. Bring the blanket underneath the pelvis and extend the legs straight out in front. You're going to take your blocks to the side. We might use them in a moment, reaching through the heels. Let's bring our left heel into the midline. Cross your right foot around. Now drop into the hips, roll the hips forward. You can use a block behind the right hand if the right hand's not quite at the earth. And then left hand to the right knee. Roll the hips forward, lift the heart, and then we start to spiral from the waist. Spiral around and look over the right shoulder. And slowly out we go. Line up right heel with the left, with the tailbone. Right in the navel, and then we take our left hand back. You can use a block if your hand's not quite at the earth. So ideally, we're supporting the hips to roll forward. Right hand at the left knee, draw in toward the midline, root down, rise up, and then slowly spiraling around. Bringing your chin as far to the left as feels good to you. Another breath. And then we'll unwind the spine. Extending the legs straight out in front. Square the hips. Roll the hips forward. Bringing the hands to the inner knees. Let's support the feet and drawing together. 2 hands length between the pelvis and the heels at least. So eventually your forehead might rest on the instep of the feet. And we just allow for a deep dive forward. Again, if it feels like it's a lot in the joint of the body, the knees or the hips, bring your blocks in or blankets in for support. So when you're folding forward, deep breaths. Breathe wide into the back of the lungs, wide into the back of the heart. And we'll slowly walk the hands in, lift the torso, bring the knees up, and then we're going to scoot down off of our blanket. Let's take our blanket to the side, and then we'll have one block handy for Viparita Karani. Go ahead and scoot towards your sits bones. Let's come down onto our backs. So now from here, let's line up heels with sits bones. Just a comfortable distance. Arms are alongside the body. Draw the shoulders under. Back of the neck is long. Step into the feet. So we come into this bridging space. Now we're going to take our block. We're going to have it on its first setting here. Second setting here. Whichever feels good to you. You're going to take your block underneath the sacrum so it's closer to the tail rather than crossing the spine. And just let your sacrum rest onto your block. Closing your eyes. Check in with your breath. You can continue here with a supported bridge pose, to Bandhasana, or if you like to try a little bit more of an inversion, Viparita Karani, bring the knees over the hips, and then we'll extend the legs up to the sky. Keep pressing the thigh bones back so that the sacrum drops onto the block. If you notice when I bring my legs in, see how my sacrum curls off the block? So we want to feel this pressing down through the sacrum, or this dropping down through the sacrum, this rooting down as we press the thigh bones. You can even bend the knees if the hamstrings feel tight or short or stiff today. Just another breath. And then we'll exhale, slowly release the feet if they're in the air. Grounding into the earth, lift the block. We're going to take the block, lift the sacrum, take the block out from underneath you. And then we'll stretch long for Shavasana. Dropping the bones, dropping the skin, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the eyes. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Allowing your breath to become a vehicle to guide you inward, going deeper and deeper inside. Breathing in through the nose. Wide breath into the lungs. Wide breath into the heart. And then allow for a complete exhale. Clearing, releasing, letting go. Slowly begin to move fingers, toes, stretch, and awaken. On an exhale, we'll bend the knees, step the feet onto the earth. Right arm along the ear, roll to the right, looking toward the earth as we gently lift the body up. Joining together with our hands at the heart. May all beings that walk this planet be happy, healthy, safe, and free. Thank you for finding your way today. Namaste.